Okay, this will be a normal one that we use a lot in my demos. Be an interesting one. It's a piece of shit. But, you know, we can still make something good out of a piece of shit. Gonna make it 141.4. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here Toys, Glorious Toys with Love. Okay, it's Taaaget. Once again, Taaaget peddling its shit. Toys, Glorious Toys. Oh, fuck. I'm sick of this advertising that they use children as targets for advertising. Pardon the pun, Taaaget. Well, that's got to be good. That's why it's called Taaaget, because it targets children as well as adults. And basically children are good targets for capitalist advertising because they don't understand, and even though their parents may not be able to afford it, the children keep demanding the toys that they want, even if the parents can't afford it. And it's just such a cruel marketing ploy. It's really cruel, folks. It's extremely cruel. I don't like the way big companies do that. I don't like it. It's like predatory behaviour. You know, we talk about, people worry about child abuse or child sex abuse and all that stuff. What about children? What about abuse from big multinational companies or big companies like Taaaget, who target little children to make money and cause heaps of disruptions in family peace and quiet? I mean, how dead cruel is that, to subject little children to being bombarded with this shit? You know, and the children don't know that these toys are often polluting to the environment. They don't know that their parents can't afford it. They just know that they want that fucking toy. And I don't approve of that, folks. That is predatory behaviour for children. That's predation. It's another form of abuse, but it never gets recognised as fucking abuse. It just makes me shake my head in absolute disbelief that children are being predated on by retail giants. It's not fair. It's not fucking right. It's not acceptable, folks. You know, it's cruelty, and it's just so fucking inappropriate. It's not sexual. It's not normally sexual. Most of the time it's not, but it's still predation. It's still abuse. It's still child abuse. And yet big companies get away with it. Fuck the big companies. Fuck Taaaget. You know, I'm sick of this shit. Unfortunately, I have to use stores like Taaaget because I can't afford to go to more expensive places. But you never seem to escape from the capitalist bullshit that is being peddled by these big companies. Nerds will inherit the copier world. But yeah, I just get sick of this stupid marketing shit. You know, I'm sick of it, folks. I'm over it. You know, I wish I could kill it. I wish I could just stop it. I wish I had the power to do something against it. It's just so cruel and so mean and mean-spirited. So over it, folks. I'm over it, folks. Really, I am over it. Over this bullshit. You know, and children are just so innocent. You know, they deserve better. They were interested in this little corner piece here. But basically, children should be left alone, not to be fucking bombarded with this shit on television. Or it's usually television, I think, is where these advertisers... I don't watch television anymore. I haven't watched it for a while. Oh yeah, I watched it sometimes just recently. I had to check something out. But I don't watch it anymore, and the TV didn't last very long. A piece of consumer shit I bought the television from what was then Dick Smith Electronics. It was one of those generic brands which I really don't like, but I couldn't afford a really good branded one, so I bought this Dick Smith one, and I didn't use it for a very long time. I used it only for the life I had it for. I used it for like 3 weeks. Then half the picture was not working. Half the picture was not working at all. So basically, I don't know what. I got to somehow dispose of it safely. I don't want to throw it on the tip because electronic waste is a big problem. So we don't have Dick Smith anymore, so there's no way I can get this fucking thing fixed by them. I'm hoping my future husband Luigi could fix it. If it's just a minor, if it's just a single component that's gone, and that it might be cheap for him to fix it because he knows about electronics and shit. But I'm really angry, and that's an example of that. So I don't have money to spend on a really expensive branded one, and I don't have a real need for television. I was watching it for a little while and I just found it boring anyway. Let's see how we go with the colours in this. This is a bit too boring there, but we're going to make this the centre of the job. So that looks interesting, that part there. But yeah, I'm just sick of this consumerist shit. You know, that the big companies like to peddle all this shit onto us. You know, they don't care. Now, I think we got it right. I'm wondering what we're going to do here. We're going to make this more interesting. We're going to go back to 100%, and we're just going to go and do some more work on this. We're not going to go with this. It doesn't look good. We're going to use this as our another master copy, and we're going to put it on the glass and we're going to slide it around. But yeah, you just don't know what you're going to get when you buy this shit. And Taaaget have their own generic branded products as well. I think that's the term. That's the term, generic brand, like a brand of Kmart, or a brand of that's made for their shop, so, or their chain. Anyway, that looks interesting. Can't say I actually like it. I don't know. This is a difficult one, folks. Maybe there's a bit too much yellow in it. I might take out some of the yellow for that. But yeah, I'm just over this marketing shit, you know. I'm just over this bullshit that these marketeers like to do, you know. They just don't care. They don't make things to last. You know, they don't. That television should have lasted much longer, considering I didn't actually have much use of it. So I'm really disappointed. But Dick Smith no longer exists. It's gone. It went into liquidation a long time ago. I think that's what happened to it. It went into liquidation or something. It no longer exists. I think Woolies was the company that owned it when it went under. So big, not a multinational, a big company, basically took Dick Smith for a bit of a ride. Basically, yeah, we don't have Dick Smith anymore. So let's see what we can do with this. Don't know how we're going to make this look good. But I'm sick of these big companies and all that want to make a quick dollar out of everything. Anyway, that looks interesting. Wondering how we're going to make this look nice. So I'm wondering which one I'm going to use. I'm going to use this one, I think. I think we're going to use this one. This is getting to be a really long demo, folks. So we're going to take that, I'm going to put it away, and we're going to use this. I'm going to make it a movement on this one as well. So, but yeah, I'm so over the way the world has become a huge capitalist fuckhole for these bitches of commerce to fucking make a quick dollar out of everyone and everything, it seems. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks really nice. The colours look really fiery and hot. Wondering, we're going to use this. Wondering where the centre of this job is going to be. I'm going to make it there. I'm going to cut off. Alright, we're going to use this one. So we're just going to set up the enlargement. So we're going to make it 190 by 190. Don't know how that's going to work. We'll soon find out and see if we can make it work. So the centre of the job is going to be somewhere there. We're going to work on some of this colourful shit. But yeah, it's really difficult, the world we live in, trying to avoid being marketed to by the big multinationals or the big nationals. Like Taaaget and Kmart, I don't think they're multis, but they are huge Australian companies that profiteer off people. Department stores, shit like that. This is 12 minutes and counting. Now that looks really interesting. You can just see a little bit of writing there. But it's not easy avoiding all this profiteering shit. I'm wondering where that piece of shit is. There it is. We're going to move it down. Away from there. So that should be a better piece. But yeah, I don't know. Don't know what the solution is, folks. Let's see how that looks. That looks interesting. Wondering where the centre of this job is going to be. It's going to be there, I think. I'm going to see if my intuition's telling me to move the original again, which is a real pain in the ass, to be honest. Maybe move it up. It's really difficult, folks, trying to work with these. I just want to get it done, but I want to get it done properly, so I must follow my intuition, folks. Otherwise I'll be very angry with myself if it doesn't come out looking as good as I'd like it to. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks a lot better than just that. That looks a lot better. I'm actually thinking we can probably run with this piece. It's tough trying to get it right. So I'm wondering, we just seem to be drawn to here. We're going to just have to do it again. So we're going to move it down this way, folks. So we're moving it down this way. I don't know how long this demo is going to go for. We're already nearly 14 minutes and 30 seconds and counting into this demo. It's going to be a prolongated demo, this one. But anyway, that looks interesting. Wondering what we're going to do with it now. I just feel frustrated that I'm always being drawn to this, that I'm having to just try my best and follow my intuition, folks. I just got this negative feeling it's never going to end until it's 20 minutes into the demo. I've never done a 20-minute demo on this phone yet. This could be a first. This could be a first. Now that looks shit. Now I've got that fucking price taggy thing in the frame. I don't like it. I don't like that fucking price taggy thing. So I'm going to have to do it again. This is the problem with moving it, is that I keep getting things intrusive bits like that. So that's really intrusive. Let's see how we go. I've got to trust my intuition that it's going to work out just fine if I just continue to persist until I've finished, until I've got a result that is really nice. Wondering if maybe we're going to enlarge. We're going to enlarge on the vertical, I do think. So maybe, I don't know, on the vertical, I'm going to make it 300%. And the horizontal is going to stay at 190. Let's see how that goes. Remember, this is a work of art, folks, so I've got to do it well. Yeah, that looks interesting. That looks a lot more interesting. Doesn't look as good as this. This looks better, and that looks, I don't know. See what I mean? I'm just getting a bit exasperated here, folks, to be honest. I'm trying to get a really good effect. So we're just going to return this to 190, and we're just going to press it. We're getting into 17 minutes and 30 seconds and on its way, and now there and counting. So we're still counting away. We're going to, so this is the same, I think this is the same one. So I'm wondering where the centre of the job is going to be. It's going to be there. Even though I'm sort of thinking it's not working. It's not an easy thing to do. So wondering if we're doing the right thing. I don't think this is going to look any good, to be honest. I'm actually thinking I might have to stay. I should really follow my intuition. I don't know if this is really intuitive what I'm doing. If it's going to look good as a mirror image, because I feel the images have got to be a little bit more elongated. They're not. So I'm actually thinking I'm fucking this up. We're now more than 18 minutes and 30 seconds into the demo. So I'm going to try my best to make this look nice. It's probably going to look nice once I've put it all together. It's not an easy thing to do, this demo work. It's often extremely difficult, extremely frustrating at times, like today. Like with this demo, folks, and this curling is making it really difficult to present my work. I don't know if I like it like that. I don't know if I like it. It looks nice. Wondering if we're going to do anything more or we're going to keep it like that. It looks nice. It's got a cross shape to it, like a plus. Maybe that could be a sign of positive thinking. So I think now we can call this demo quits.